Holy City Center Radio, episode number 53. Thank you so much for joining us. And yes, it's a surprise bonus episode. Hopefully you've already listened to episode 52. It was awesome with Beth and Maddie Barnett of Eat Me Cookies. And so today we're going from cookies to books. Both are great. I enjoy reading and I also enjoy eating cookies. So today we have a short episode. I don't have any topics. Again, as I mentioned, we've just been recording a handful of episodes. Because there's a lot of space between recording and going live, again, if any gigantic story has happened in the last week or so, that is why we're not talking about it, but we will cover anything big that may have happened. Today's guest is Kathleen Montgomery. She is the Associate Director of Community Engagement for the Charleston County Public Library. I bet there's some people listening right now go, okay, the library, great. I get it. You take out books there. They're cool, but they really are. I always forget all the things that the libraries do around town. And there's different, branches. And obviously, if you don't live in Charleston County, you have your own, county library systems. And they are the same. They all do amazing work. And a lot of it, actually most of it, is completely free, if not all of it, depending on what exactly we're talking about that they do. So not only can you take out books and movies and stuff like that, they offer online services where you can download books or audiobooks or newspapers from the internet. And again, all of it free of charge with your library card. But they also have events and programs that are really, really cool. And like I said, I always forget some of the things they do. So I'm glad we had this conversation to kind of refresh my memory. And hopefully you all will learn something today. We're going to talk about some summer reading programs that are underway where people of all ages, not just kids, could win some prizes if you read a lot this summer, which is pretty great. They also have some community feeding programs for those in need and some other awesome things that they're doing currently in the community. So definitely check out the interview. Lots of good information in there. And then when you're done, get out there and get to your local library. There's all sorts of great things you can get with them. And yes, definitely appreciate everything they do. So without any further delay, we're going to get right into the interview with Kathleen Montgomery. Joining me now is Kathleen Montgomery. She is the Associate Director of Community Engagement for the Charleston County Public Library. We're here to talk about all sorts of good things that the library system is doing this summer. And Kathleen, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So before we get into the library and everything that's going on, if you could just let us know a little bit about yourself, a little bit of your background and also, what your role consists of at the library.
Sure. So I started with the public library here in Charleston about 6 years ago, and I started at our main library branch in our adult services department. Since then, I have worked in a couple of different positions at our main branch, and then I became our outreach manager here at the library, and then I recently was promoted to be the Associate Director of Community Engagement, which means I oversee our system-wide programming and our system-wide outreach. A lot of really fun stuff.
Yeah, awesome. Are you from the Charleston area originally or a transplant?
I'm not. I'm a transplant. I am from the Atlanta area.
Oh, nice. Oh, so not too far. You just moved east-ish a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit closer to the water.
Yeah, exactly. Well, nice. So that gives everybody kind of an idea of who you are and what you do with the library system. And, we're here. It's the summer months. I don't know if we've officially I think we've officially passed the first day of summer, but it is hot. So it is definitely summer here. And,
Sure
kids are out of school and, maybe some parents, depending on their job, they might be off for the summer. And, all these kids and folks have some free time. So library's got all sorts of good stuff going on, one of which is the summer reading program, which is a partnership with the, county public library as well as Charleston County School District. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, we really want to encourage everyone to read this summer. And one way that we do that is with our summer reading program. And it is for all ages, for babies all the way up to adults can log reading or any listening that they do and earn prizes. We have a lot of fun prizes for all ages.
Oh, nice. So it's a summer-wide, or summer-long, I should say, initiative, just encouraging people to read as much as they can. But you also mentioned listening. So, like, books on tape count for that as well?
Books on tape do count. Anything, it depends on which program you're in, but for adults, anything that also can be found in printed form, counts as reading. And then, of course, for the younger kids, they do a lot of their learning and reading through listening from a parent reading to them. So for babies and younger kids, if a parent reads to them, that counts as well. And then that parent can count that reading for themselves, too.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, even probably the same for you and a lot of people listening, that great memories as a kid. Some of your first memories are probably like sitting or laying with your parents, maybe as you're getting ready for bed and having them read a bedtime story to you or just read to you. I always enjoyed that. And I'm sure people listening have the same memories from their childhood. Always really special to have that experience.
It's an important part of literacy as well. Listening sets kids up to be ready to read themselves.
Yeah, that's also a really good point. And, for this program, what do they have to do? They have to register somewhere, I believe is what I read.
So good news for any kids that are at CCSD schools. They are already registered for our program through our L Squared program. They already have a login and password, and they can log in and log their reading. They're ready to go. For anyone who is not a kid in CCSD schools, they can create a login account on our website through Read Squared and log their reading.
Very cool. And in addition to that, the library provides so many services, of course. And in the summer, there are, some programs that involve food and, helping people in the community who may need it. And there's some that are year round as well, or multiple times during the year. But there is a summer feeding program that was recently announced. And if you could tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. Our summer feeding program is in partnership with the school district as well as the Low Country Food Bank. So some of our branches in partnership with the school district offer free lunches, free meals at the branches. And then in partnership with the Low Country Food Bank, we offer free snacks at some of our farther branches away from the peninsula. But we like to offer that because we know that a lot of the times some kids' stable meal is the only meal that they get during school. And during the summer, they don't have access to that. So we try and bridge the gap.
Yeah, that's a great service that you all do for people in the community who need it. And that summer feeding program is already underway. It started earlier this month, runs through August 5th. And it says, I actually posted about this on my site. So anybody listening, I'll have links in the show notes so you can, go see all these things. But yeah, there's, everything from hot lunches provided by the school district's nutrition services department, and like you said as well, some snacks or cold lunches are provided by Low Country Food Bank, which is great having, other partners in the community to help out with this program.
Definitely. We really appreciate those partners working with us.
In addition to the summer feeding program, something that the libraries also do is called Kids Cafe. And then I think today when we're recording this, June 30th, I just learned about a community fridge program that is starting as well.
Sure. Yeah, the Kids Cafe program is only during the school year, and it is an after-school snack program that we offer through the food bank for kids. But during the summer, we do summer feeding instead. And our fridge program is really exciting. Our Free and Fresh fridge program is, as of July 1st, a community fridge project where at 3 of our different branches, we have produce fridges. People can donate any extra produce that they have or come in and take home any produce. We accept and give out whole fruits and vegetables. So if you have any extra fruits and vegetables that you'd like to donate, those fridges are at our Dart Library downtown, our St. Paul's Hollywood Library, and our Otranto Library. And anybody can come in and get fruits and vegetables anytime that the library is open. You come in and take what you need, and we're really excited to offer that to our patrons.
Yeah, it's another great program. Kind of reminds me of the blessing boxes that we see around town, where you can either take something if you need it or you leave something for your community members. It definitely reminds me of that. And it's great to have people involved in doing that. Is this the first time the library has done a project like that as far as with food?
No, we have focused on food access and food literacy for a few years now. The fridges have been up and running for about a year and a half, depending on the location. But as of right now, we are turning them into true community fridges where patrons can donate. But we do food programming throughout the year. We have a Charlie cart provided to us by the Low Country Food Bank again, who's a wonderful partner, where we can do, it's a mobile kitchen, and we can do cooking classes. So we really try and focus on food literacy as well as food access, so that people are introduced to new healthy ingredients, new cooking methods. They can come in and try a snack at the library and learn something new.
I think it's really great. You know, a lot of people, myself included, you sometimes forget the programs and the services that your local libraries, you know, do in the community. You just, you know, everyone knows what a library is as far as, you know, what you can go and get there. But you sometimes forget about some of these things and the other good that they do in the community. So it's really great that the, you know, Charleston County Public Library system is doing these things. And, yeah, it's certainly awesome for the community. And, you know, you mentioned food literacy and how the library system, you know, has been trying to promote that and talk about it for a while now. Can you explain to folks what exactly food literacy is?
Sure. Just like literacy in terms of reading, food literacy is just understanding different aspects about food. So understanding when food is healthy for you or not so healthy, or how to store certain foods in the fridge would be part of food literacy. How to cook it, what a serving is, all that kind of stuff. Any type of information that you get around food is food literacy.
Very good. Yeah, again, just educating, you know, the community as well. It's not just providing them food if they need it, but also, you know, educating them on what's healthy and what's not, and ways to cook. And yeah, it's pretty great that y'all are doing that. So we have those programs going on. You know, what else is going on to the Charleston County Public Libraries in the summer besides, you know, these food programs and, you know, the traditional being able to come in and take out books and things?
Sure, yeah. Summer is a really fun time in the library. We do a lot of summer reading programs, bringing in performers and that kind of thing. We have been working with the aquarium all summer to provide programs where you can meet and touch different marine life and animals and learn about them. We've been having taiko drumming, which is a wonderful Japanese drumming that you can witness, and it is very fun and very loud. We've had magicians, we've had musicians, all sorts of really fun programs for all ages are happening, you know, throughout the year, but really these fun, big performances are happening from now until August.
How are you guys having these loud drums in the library? You know, you got to be quiet in the library, right?
Yeah, you know, the library has moved beyond a quiet space. We do try and warn people that it might get a little bit loud, and if they want to concentrate, to move further away from our community rooms. But we really are having fun, and sometimes that includes being really loud.
Yeah, it sounds like some amazing programs that are going on, and most, if not all, if I'm not mistaken, you know, we can't speak for every single thing ever, but they're usually free as well. You don't have to pay for a lot of these programs.
Yes, and we can say all of our programs are always free and open to the public. Yeah, you don't have to have a library card. You don't have to live in Charleston County to come to our programs. They're free and open to the public. Anybody can come in.
Awesome. So, you know, besides the summer programs, which you just mentioned, looking a little further out, I know we don't want to rush past summer, but are there any big events or big projects that you're excited about and can talk about at this time?
Sure, yeah. We always have a lot of fun stuff going on, and an exciting event that is connected with summer reading is a couple of our prizes are that you'll get a ticket to Patriots Point Day, a free ticket on September 24th to visit Patriots Point and to come visit the attraction and to see people from the library and celebrate the end of summer reading. And we also have a free day at the River Dogs, so you can come to a River Dogs game on August 14th. You get a free ticket with summer reading, and we'll come and cheer you on. We have what we call cheer readers, which are our library staff who come and cheer all the people who are visiting from the library at River Dogs that day.
Awesome. Oh, yeah. Always something fun going on. And I know it might not be exactly your purview, but, you know, folks know that the Charleston County Public Libraries are always, seemingly over the last few years anyway, always improving or building new facilities. And seems like there's always construction going on and all these projects. Do you have any, you know, updates or anything as far as like construction or new libraries are concerned?
Our Mount Pleasant Library is currently closed for renovation, and we're hoping that will be opening soon. We're not sure of the exact date yet, but hopefully before the summer is over. And then our Dorchester Library is also closed for renovation and will be opening shortly after the Mount Pleasant Library. Again, we're not sure of the date, but we do hope it will be soon. And then we are renovating and updating a lot of our library branches. We don't have a exact schedule for any other library branches, but we've been lucky to open up a few different libraries, a few new library buildings in the past couple of years. We had our Wyandotte Mount Pleasant Library open up recently. Our Baxter Patrick James Island got a brand new building, and our St. Paul's Hollywood Library is brand new. So between these renovations and these new buildings, we have a lot of really fun changes that have been happening with our library branches.
Yeah, and the renovations, or if they're completely new buildings, from pictures I've seen or being in them myself, it's pretty great. Great work was done by everyone involved, and it's nice to have this updated building for the library. So definitely, I recommend folks check all those out. Is there, what other things, we've been talking about, and we had John to talk about what's coming up in the summer and things like that. But what are some of the other things that, maybe people don't necessarily know that the library does, whether it's programs or other services that go on throughout the year? Because I think, here's a great opportunity where we have you to talk about those sort of things. Like I said, most people, when they hear library, they have an idea in mind. Oh, yeah, I go there. I have a library card. I can take out books or movies or this, that, and the other. But they don't necessarily know some of the other services. What do you think are some of the things that a lot of people aren't familiar with, but maybe should be?
Sure, yeah. One thing that's wonderful is that with your library card, you can check out not just books or DVDs like we talked about, or audiobooks. You can check out items like computers, Chromebooks, or Wi-Fi hotspots, so that you can borrow for a week or a couple of weeks if you need that at your house. We want to give people access to technology if they don't have it, or reliable technology if they don't have it. One thing that I love to tell people that's really fun is that your library card also, in partnership with some organizations around town, can give you access to our county parks here in Charleston. You can check out a gold pass for a week to give you access to a county park. You can get a pass for a week to the aquarium, to the Gibbs Museum, to the Children's Museum, to our state parks. We have a lot of fun things that your library card gives you access to, not necessarily just books. We're moving beyond books and into things that really enhance people's lives.
That's really great. Yeah, I had forgotten about the whole being able to take out a gold pass for a week and aquarium passes, which is pretty amazing because gold pass, I think, is like $100 for a full year, of course, but you'd be able to just take it out for a week, be able to enjoy some county parks without having to pay any fees. I mean, that's pretty great, that all these different things are available. And of course that doesn't even mention that, there's usually Wi-Fi that you can use at the libraries, whether you want to make copies, a lot of times there's copy machines and other programs for you to use. I mean, there really is so much that the library does that I think folks, sometimes forget about, all these amazing things they do for the community. So, I appreciate you kind of reminding all of us and sharing some of those things. For people who are listening and want to, learn more, maybe they want to get a library card and don't have one, or they want to see what upcoming events are happening. What's the best way to stay connected with the Charleston County Public Library?
Sure. They can visit our website at ccpl.org. We have all of our information there to see how to set up a library card, what events we have going on, what their nearest branch is. They can always follow us on social media. They'll have to look up Charleston County Public Library and see what the handle is on that various social media. But they can walk into their nearest library branch and ask the library staff what they have going on, how they can set up a library card. They can hang out, see what programs are going on. All sorts of ways that they can access all of the information and different services that we offer. Awesome.
And before I let you go, is there anything that we didn't talk about, in any regards, whether it's summer or not, anything going on with the libraries or anything you think is important that we didn't cover in our conversation?
I think we covered everything. We've got a lot going on, and there's so much that no one person could know everything.
Sure,
We like to cover everything, but the main thing for the summer is just to log your reading, sign up for summer reading, attend some of our programs. That is, we offer that for all the people of Charleston, and we're really excited when we see people engaging with it.
Awesome. And yeah, like you said, there really is a ton going on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis at the libraries. The website is great about being able to see events and things that are coming up. So that's probably the best bet because, yeah, there really is a lot to learn about what the library does. And I appreciate you sharing some of those today. I think it'll be very, very helpful. And like I said, I certainly encourage people to support and visit the Charleston County Public Library branch that's nearest to them. As you just heard, they do great work. Kathleen, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you providing that information. And yeah, it was a nice chat.
Thanks so much for having me. I love talking about the library.
And that is it. Thank you so much to Kathleen Montgomery and the folks over the Charleston County Public Library. So appreciate what they do in the community and also taking some time today to let me and all of you know what they're doing this summer and beyond. Like I said at the top, just you got to love the work they do. Libraries are pretty great, and I think they're probably fairly underappreciated by a lot of folks, but they are amazing. Thank you to you all for listening. Thank you to Lindsay Marie Collins of LMC Sound System and F&B Radio, another local podcast. Thank you to Tyler Boone, who provides all the music that you hear in each and every episode. If you want to support Holy City Center Radio and all the other stuff in HCS land, you can go to patreon.com/holycitycenter. You can also go to holycitycenter.com/shop if you want to pick up some merchandise. My cat agrees that you should get a hat, perhaps, or a T-shirt or a koozie. What else we got? We got some masks. COVID's still going on. Monkeypox is on the horizon, perhaps. So you might want a mask. All sorts of little goodies that help support everything we do. So, again, thank you so much for listening. I hope all is well in your world, and you had a great and safe 4th of July. Until next time, good night and good luck.